We can now have the prayers on the order of business.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Honorable Birech. You had something to present to this House in the afternoon sitting. We are now here.
Honorable Speaker, the statement is not yet ready, Honorable Speaker.
Pardon?
It's not yet ready.
Honorable Birech, is it really the statement, or you are to present some correspondences to this House? It was not actually the statement, because you had indicated that the statement is not ready, and that sometime last week you did some letters to the relevant organizations, and therefore you are to share those correspondences with this House in this sitting.
Honorable Speaker, yes, I do. We have communicated with the SES committee. The only thing I think our committee clerk is working on the written statements, which I believe probably it will be ready and will submit to this House, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Birech, you know, if you were to get an extract of the Hansard, you indicated that there are correspondences between the committee and the Department of Finance. And the only other task that you are to do is just to avail those particular correspondences to this House. So will you still require some time so that you can be able to comply?
Honorable Speaker, the correspondences are available. Probably I can submit tomorrow to this Honorable House.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It is your own undertaking. We can have it tomorrow at
tomorrow.
10 a.m.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion.
Honorable Korir.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move a motion that this House adopts Select Committee and Budget Appropriations report on the consideration of Nandi County program-based budget estimates for the financial year 2026-2027 as laid on the table of this House 30th June 2026. Mr. Speaker, the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and Public Finance Management Act 2012 assign critical responsibilities to the County Assembly in management of public resources, particularly in relation to revenue mobilization, allocation, oversight, and expenditure control. Article 224 of the Constitution stipulates that every county government shall prepare and approve its own annual budget and appropriation bill in the manner prescribed by an Act of Parliament. In compliance with these provisions, the County Executive of Nandi prepared the Nandi County Budget program-based budget estimates for the financial year 2026-2027. The proposed estimates were subsequently subjected to public participation and relevant statutory review mechanisms, including consideration by the County Budget Economic Forum, that is CBEF. Thereafter, on 30th April 2026, the County Executive Member in charge of Finance and Economic Planning submitted the proposed financial year 2026-2027 budget estimates to the County Assembly for consideration. Mr. Speaker, sir, Section 131, subsection 2 of the PFM Act 2012 provides that before the County Assembly considers estimates of revenue and expenditure, the relevant committee of the Assembly shall examine and deliberate on the estimates and thereafter submit recommendations to the County Assembly. Further, Standing Order 210, subsection 5, mandates the Budget and Appropriations Committee to review and discuss the estimates while taking into account the recommendations of sectoral committees, the views of the County Executive Member for Finance and Economic Planning, and public submissions. In undertaking this mandate, the County Assembly conducted the exercise in accordance with the standing orders, which derives their procedures from the provisions of the PFM Act 2012. In line with the Standing Orders 210, subsection 3, the County Assembly engaged sectoral committees in the budget review process. The Standing Order provides that upon tabling before the County Assembly, the estimate shall automatically stand committed to the respective sectoral committees for consideration within their respective mandates. Additionally, the Budget and Appropriations Committee undertook public participation upon committal to the budget estimates in compliance with Articles 196, subsection 1b of the Constitution of Kenya, Sections 131, subsection 2, and 207 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, Section 91A, the County Governments Act 2012, and Standing Orders 210, subsection 5 of Nandi County Assembly Standing Orders. The exercise was conducted across all the 6 sub-counties over a period of 3 days, from Thursday the 14th June to Monday the 18th June 2026. And during the exercise, Mr. Speaker, the committee received and considered public views which informed the recommendations contained in this report, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Nandi County medium-term expenditure budgets for financial year 2026-2027 were submitted to County Assembly on 30th April, as it is indicated earlier on, Mr. Speaker, sir. The program-based estimates for the financial year 26-27 were therefore tabled in this County Assembly on the 13th May 2026 in accordance with the provisions of the Standing Orders to 2010. Mr. Speaker, sir, therefore, the total budget for the 2 arms of government, that's the County Executive and County Assembly, for the financial year 2026-2027 is estimated at Kenya shillings 12,540,000,000 shillings, 340,201. That is to be shared between the County Executive at 11.6 billion and 947,267,097 for the County Assembly. Mr. Speaker, sir, the total recurrent expenditure covering personal emoluments, operations, and maintenance is established at 7.8 billion shillings, representing 62.35% of the overall budget. Personal cost is estimated at Kenya shillings 4.7 billion shillings, which is 37.61%, while the operation and maintenance is estimated at 3.1 billion shillings, that is 24.73%. The total development for financial year 2026-2027 is estimated at Kenya shillings 4,743,846,569. That is an equivalent of 32%. To finance the Nandi County program-based budget financial year 2026, the county targets a total revenue collection of 12.5 billion shillings. This will be sourced from equitable share from the national government amounting to 8 billion shillings and locally generated revenues of 2.2 billion shillings. Department of Finance and Space receiving allocations for conditional grants, loans, pending determination and approval by the National Assembly. Mr. Speaker, sir, on acknowledgement, Mr. Speaker, the Budget and Appropriations Committee wishes to express its sincere appreciation to all honorable members of the County Assembly for their active participation and valuable contributions throughout the budget review process. The committee particularly recognizes the chairpersons and the members of the sectoral committees for their thorough scrutiny of the budget estimates and submission of the reports that greatly inform the committee's deliberations and recommendations. Honorable Speaker, the committee further extends its gratitude to the Office of the Governor, the Department of Finance and Economic Planning, under the leadership of County Executive Committee member CCM and Chief Officer of Finance for their cooperation and technical support during the consideration of the financial year 26-27 budget estimates. Mr. Speaker, the committee also acknowledges the contribution of the Equitable Ward Development Project Identification Committees across all wards and appreciates all Nandi residents of this county who participated in public hearings and submission of their views, thereby enriching the budget-making process. Mr. Speaker, the committee is equally grateful to the Office of the Speaker, the Office of the Clerk of the County Assembly, and the Committee Secretariat for the administrative, technical, and logistical support provided throughout the review of the process. The committee acknowledges that the successful consideration of Nandi County program-based for the financial year 2026-2027 was made possible through the collective efforts and cooperation of the stakeholders involved. Mr. Speaker, we have that report, and all the members did affirm the report, and the entire membership have actually signed through the affirmation, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, in our consideration of this report, we realized that the said report, the financial, this budget 2026-2027 meets the threshold of the legal threshold, that is in terms of 30% of development. We established through the observation, Mr. Speaker, sir, that our development vote is at 37%, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, that one meets the threshold. And Mr. Speaker, that is in adherence of the provisions of Section 107 of the PFM Act 2012. And Mr. Speaker, sir, you will allow me, Mr. Speaker, having deliberated and taken much time in terms of taking interactions with various stakeholders, Mr. Speaker, allow me just indicate in the resource envelope, Mr. Speaker, sir, having the various departments and sectors, Mr. Speaker, sir, we have a table indicating that, which we are clearly meeting the legal threshold. That is under development. We are at 37.65%, Mr. Speaker, sir. And indeed, that is the threshold indicates that we should be at least, the development vote should be at least 30%, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I won't be able to go through that table because we have in our gadgets. Allow me, Mr. Speaker, sir, go to committee's observations. Mr. Speaker, in the scrutiny, Mr. Speaker, sir, the total budget for the two arms, as I had earlier on indicated, is estimated at 12.5 billion shillings. And that is shared between executive, which is at 11.6 billion, and 947 million shillings for county assembly, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, in our gadgets, we are able to establish that each and every department has got a number of appropriated, Mr. Speaker, sir. Each and every department has its own amount and figures, Mr. Speaker, in terms of development and recurrent expenditure, Mr. Speaker, sir. We have various sectors, we have various departments, and I want to categorically move, Mr. Speaker, sir. You will allow me, Mr. Speaker, move to recommendations of the committee, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, having deliberated on the budget estimates for the financial year 26-27, the Committee on Budget and Appropriations recommends the following. Mr. Speaker, sir, the county department should ensure timely procurement processes and implementation of the projects, Mr. Speaker. I know, Mr. Speaker, we were largely affected by the EGP procurement system that took quite some time, and I know coming into the new financial year, we are giving a key proposal that we have timely procurement on the same, Mr. Speaker, sir. Number two, the CCM member of Finance and Economic Planning shall ensure the following. All sourcing processes by the county government of Nandi for the contractors and suppliers to undertake supply of works, services, or goods is undertaken on or before the 31st August 2026. This, Mr. Speaker, sir, will in essence allow the timely processing of various contracts, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, all contracts and agreements are entered into the county government, by county government and contractors with suppliers, is also undertaken on or before the 30th of September 2026. And C, the first issue of ALSOs and LPOs for contracts and agreements for these contracts, where sourcing and processing are requests for quotations or proposals, are entered into by the county government with contractors and suppliers by on or before the 30th of October 2026. The other recommendation, Mr. Speaker, sir, is that the recurrent expenditure for the financial year 2026-2027 be approved at 7.8 billion shillings in votes and programs as actually indicated, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, the capital expenditure for financial year 2026-2027 be approved at 4.7 billion shillings as per the votes and programs, and that the total budget estimates for the financial year 26-27 be capped and approved at 12.5 billion shillings as per the votes and the stated programs. Number four, the other recommendation is that the total of Kenya shillings, 150 million shillings, be approved for development of the county assembly new building, while 797 million shillings, 267,097 be approved to cater for the county assembly's recurrent expenditure. And 5, that a total of Kenya shillings 6 million be approved for the under the Department of Culture, Gender and Social Welfare Department budget for provision of tools of trade for the PWDs across the county in the financial year 2026-2027, as proposed in the budget. The other recommendation, Mr. Speaker, sir, is that the total resource envelope for Nandi County program base for the financial year 25-26 is recommended at 12.5 billion shillings, of which 8 billion will be the national equitable share, 2.2 billion will be raised from the local revenue, and 1.6 million shillings as conditional grants from development partners. And that under the recurrent expenditure of for the Department of Education and Vocational Training, an amount of Kenya shillings, 134 million shillings, has been proposed in the financial year 26-27 budget estimates to cater for the salaries and wages for ECD teachers in the county, Mr. Speaker. The other recommendation, Mr. Speaker, sir, under the Department of under Development Expenditure of Department of Education and Vocational Training, an amount of Kenya shillings, 92 million shillings, has been proposed in the financial year 2026-2027 budget estimates to cater for Nandi County Uniform Program for ECD learners. Mr. Speaker, sir, the other recommendation is that under development expenditure of the Department still of Education and Vocational Training, a sum of Kenya shillings, 90 million shillings, be set aside or be approved in financial year 2026-2027 budget estimates to support the school milk feeding program for the ECD learners across the county. And Mr. Speaker, sir, the other recommendation, under recurrent expenditure of the Department of Health and Sanitation, allocation of 194 million shillings has been proposed and set aside for in the financial year budget estimates to facilitate the conversion of universal health coverage, that is UHC workers, to permanent and pensionable terms, and 96 million shillings to provide stipends for the community health promoters, CHPs. Mr. Speaker, sir, the other recommendation is under recurrent expenditure and Department of Administration, Public Service, and ICT, a total of 55 million shillings has been proposed in the financial year 26-27 budget estimates to cater for compensation arising from court rulings on revoked employment contracts for the county officers, while an additional of 3.5 million shillings has also been allocated to meet the related legal fees. Mr. Speaker, sir, our recommendation number 12 is that word-based programs be amended as indicated in the Annexure 1 of the said report. Mr. Speaker, we have a whole report and we have various words. All the words have actually gone through and amended various projects that is on program-based programs with their amounts there too. And Mr. Speaker, we are proposing and recommending that the said be approved in the manner that we have captured the programs and the exact amounts that is actually provided for in the Nandi Equitable Share or Word-Based Programs Act. Mr. Speaker, sir, attached to it is also minutes from the members, from the membership, and these actually minutes on adoption. And Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to state that as we continue, I want to applaud and request the House that you may be able to finally approve this budget or the estimates, Mr. Speaker, sir, for this financial year, because in the long way, this is actually the last and the final implementable budget, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I want to request that all the members, I want to request that we may continue approving this budget so that we can be able to work and provide service for our Nandi people. And Mr. Speaker, sir, may I request the Honorable Vice Chair to second, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I now propose that this House adopts the Select Committee report on budget and appropriations report on the consideration of the Nandi County program-based budget estimates for the financial year 2026-2027 laid on the table of the House on 30th June 2026. Honorable Kerich.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, first and foremost, I want to thank the Honorable Chair and the entire Committee on Budget and Appropriation for the report that they have just, for the motion that the Chair has just moved on the adoption of the report. Honorable Chair, Honorable Speaker, I stand to support the report, and that the most important thing, Honorable Chair, is the issue of I'm supporting the report on 3 grounds, Honorable Speaker. One is that when you check on the budget, you find that there was an increase in the appropriation of the Ward Development Fund, which is under the ward-based programs. We have an increase in across all the wards. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, we also have an increase and a new vote line of giving our children, the ECD children, the issue of giving them milk. I think now that the program has been piloted in Kabiet and Tinderet Ward, it is now prudent that that program is now rolled across all the entire county. We have another vote line that has also been introduced, Honorable Speaker, on issuance of the uniform for our ECD children. I think that one is a nice idea, and I want to request that let be a standardization on the kind of uniform to be issued across. Honorable Speaker, I think when you see an overview of the budget, is that we have an increment in all sectors, Honorable Speaker. Another aspect is the UHC program, the Universal Health Coverage, that we are now absorbing them into the permanent and pensionable terms. Honorable Speaker, you are aware that these are medics that initially they'd even striked, and they were crippling services in our health facilities. But now that they have been absorbed to permanent and pensionable terms, we also want to see that they perfect the issue of service delivery. Honorable Speaker, one thing that I will just want to bring across is the projection of on-source revenue. You find that on-source revenue have been projected at 2.2 billion. That, Honorable Speaker, means that the Department of Finance under the Directorate of Revenue should actually do much, Honorable Speaker, first to make sure that they enforce all the revenue streams that are available. To attain 2.2 billion is not an easy task, Honorable Speaker. So we want to request the department to make sure they seal all the revenue leakages and make sure that they reactivate also the revenue streams that are dormant so that we achieve the 2.2 on-source revenue. Because, Honorable Speaker, if that is not achieved, it means it will affect this budget negatively, Honorable Speaker, because you find that the shareable revenue, in my own understanding, is that the shareable revenue is 8 billion, which means the 8 billion, maybe 90% will go to recurrent expenditure. So the issue of development, if this issue is not addressed very with a lot of seriousness that it requires, it will impact negatively on our development agenda. Otherwise, I wish to support the report and call upon the department to make sure that they follow the recommendations that they have been given by the committee. You find that through the adoption of this report, there are timelines that have been given by the committee, especially on issues to do with procurement. You remember last year, under this current financial year that is ending up today, Honorable Speaker, we had issues on procurement, especially the EGB issue. But I want to believe that now that that system is up and running, we need to see procurement by latest September, and let the department follow the recommendation as it has been put by the committee. Otherwise, I support that. I support the report so that we can move forward. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Rotich, thereafter the Chairperson Finance.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. for giving me this chance to fully support the report moved by the chair, Budget and Appropriation Chairman here. One of the notable things that I've gone through in this report, Honorable Speaker, is that particular part of committee recommendations. I'm happy because some critical aspects that have been recommended by honorable members of that particular committee here touches on most of the issues that have been arising from the public. One of the key things that is clearly seen or clearly recommended here is that on this budget, one of the things that the ECD teachers have been demonstrating for was on the issue of salary. Here today, in this budget, Honorable Speaker, 134 million has been proposed to gather for salaries and wages for those ECD teachers. This is a plus. And this is one of the key things that, you know, it's one of the devolved functions. Matters ECD teachers is a default function, and I'm happy because in this particular budget here of 26-27, it is well captured. Another thing, as the chair of Health and Sanitation, Honorable Speaker, I'm glad here today. You know, we have been seeing the UHC, the Universal Health Coverage workers, striking because their terms have never been renewed before. But I'm happy because the Senate and the National Assembly gave the resources to every county to ensure that all those people who are in contracts have been converted into permanent and pensionable. And here today, the committee have also captured 96,660 million to provide stipends for, not that, 194 million, Honorable Speaker, for conversion of terms of those UHC to permanent and pensionable. Same applies to one of the things that is key agenda of our President, William Samoei Ruto. That is on the community health promoters. Their budget is captured here. Their stipends is captured in this particular budget, and so many other aspects, Honorable Speaker, that touches on most of the issues that arise from the public. I'll join hands with Honorable Member from Kapsabet that we are going to push and ensure that the Department of Finance say that, you know, the revenue targets that have been set on this particular budget here, to avoid recurring pending bills, to avoid, you know, lack of payment of some issues, Honorable Speaker, we ensure that the loopholes that are rising in terms of revenue collection are sorted so that all those issues are well sorted. I'm so much impressed, Honorable Speaker, by the recommendation number 1, that the county department should ensure timely procurement process and implementation of projects. I'm praying so hard that you know, this particular recommendation comes to fruition, Honorable Speaker. One of the things that has been stopping the process of procurement up to the second quarter is normally because of signing of the president, by the president of the county allocation of revenue bill. But as we speak here today, we are passing the budget, and already the president has assented to law the county allocation of revenue bill 2026. You know, the president is far much ahead of us, and this one will help the continuous implementation of projects. That means, you know, after uploading this budget in the next few weeks, there will be no excuse. There will be no excuse from whichever the department, whether the procurement department, whether the which department, they should continue with implementation of projects as soon as possible. And they already captured that the CCA member for Financial and Economic Planning, all sourcing processes by the county government of Nandi for contractors and applies to be undertaken. And I'm urging this House, Honorable Speaker, we follow. Protect me, Honorable Speaker. You know, there is a lot of consultation.
You are protected, Honorable Member.
Yes. And I believe, Honorable Speaker, you know, we are going to ensure that as this House, you know, we have the Committee of Implementation. They should also push to ensure that all these recommendations given in this particular report are followed to the letter. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I support, because I've seen matters that touches my ward, Honorable Speaker, will continue. Matters touching on water, matters touching on construction of new ECDs. We have roadworks, Honorable Speaker. We believe most of these things will have been already addressed in this particular budget, Honorable Speaker. I support this, Honorable Speaker, so that we ensure that continuity of implementation of project. Otherwise, I support fully, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Birech.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. One, Honorable Speaker, I would really want to thank Budget and Appropriation Committee, led by my friend here, Honorable Korir, for this wonderful report. Honorable Speaker, normally when the budget is being read or passed, we normally have people or departments which are winners, which are losers. But in this case, Honorable Speaker, having I've gone through the budget, I can see we are really having what we call a balanced budget. And it touches the most sensitive or crucial part in our society. Honorable Speaker, I will just highlight a few on actually those who are winners. Honorable Speaker, for many years, our ECD teachers have been suffering. Our ECD teachers have been raising complaints each and every time in regards to their remunerations. And for the first time in history, Honorable Speaker, we are having an allocation of on this budget of around 134 million that will cover the salaries and wages of ECD teachers. To me, it is the right time now for all the ECD teachers in the county to start smiling. And I believe from 1st July or 1st August, our ECD teachers should be smiling all along to the bank to receive the remunerations which have been budgeted for in this budget cycle of this financial year. So one, I would really want to thank Budget and Appropriation Committee and the executive for providing these resources. Honorable Speaker, I am a testimony of what's happening with school feeding program, especially the milk program. It is a real testimony. And I believe probably by September or August or even by January, September or August, I can give an invite to honorable members of this House to visit my ward to see what's happening. Honorable Speaker, enrollment in our ECDs has doubled up. Honorable Speaker, at the beginning of this year, I had around 2,200 ECD children. As we speak now, it is 2,900, an increment of over 700 who have joined the ECD because of this program. Honorable Speaker, when you look, the sharpness of the children of Tindred now is on a different level because of this program, Honorable Speaker. So I would really want to encourage and to thank, because it's a testimony of what's happening. I can see here an allocation has been made to touch on this program, and I believe now it touches across all the 30 wards. Previously, I was going around with my friend Honorable Beth, and part of his constituents was asking me, when will this begin? And I told them my ward was being piloted, and I believe now next, it will now touch each and every ward. And Honorable Speaker, it will bring a positive impact, I believe so. Honorable Speaker, I'm happy again that for the first time, we'll be able to complete County Assembly building. An allocation of 150 million has been provided for. And to me, Budget and Appropriation Committee, I should appreciate for that. Honorable Speaker, an issue of on-source revenue has been touched, which actually touches in my Department of Finance and Economic Planning. Honorable Speaker, this Honorable House has provided the infrastructure. in terms of legislation, in terms of policies. Latest being an approval of 0.25% on land rates. These county assembly have done their part in terms of infrastructure. It's now upon the implementers, Honorable Speaker, to make sure the 2.2 billion which we are projecting to finance, apart from the equitable share, Honorable Speaker, 2.2 billion which has been projected for as an on-source revenue. There is no option or an excuse not to be collected. It must be collected. And I believe the members of this house will be following keenly, will be doing oversight keenly to make sure these 2.2 billion has been collected. Honorable Speaker, we have got appropriation in aid. You know, the royalties that we are expecting, the money from the thesis that we are, all those are appropriation in aid, including now the F5. You know, F5 has played a major role, and we are anticipating around almost 900 or 800 million from the F5, which is practical. If you know, if you can audit what we have received in form of F5 by the close of this financial year, it actually confirms that the projections you are setting here of 2.2 billion is achievable. So I just want to appreciate, and I know it will be turnaround. And lastly, the implementation of Nandi County Equitable Development Act to the letter. His Excellency the Governor has been so instrumental. He has meant his word. He has operated within what the act saying. Honorable Speaker, to be given 50% of the budget that goes directly to the ward and mean that to the last person, it confirms the goodwill that His Excellency Governor has in terms of implementation of this act. And I believe as we go, and I want to urge honorable members, if possible, as we go, if we can add, you know, we can come up to around 50 or 60, 70%, we can amend the act so that as we continue, we are directing many resources.
Honorable Birech,
Honorable
why
Speaker.
not 100%? You know, you're talking of 60%.
Honorable
And-
Speaker, I'm talking of word-based.
Okay.
Yes, I'm talking of word-based. Yes, if you can still add something on top, we can amend the act and add something on top, 10 or 20% on top of what we have been receiving. It will be good because we can see, we can feel the impact. So I really want myself, I'm satisfied with this budget, and I congratulate the team from Budget and Appropriation Committee for this wonderful report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable can now see the two mics are on, but now that Honorable Mindy is on his feet.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
At the moment.
I would wish also to thank the EPO Chair of Budget because of the wonderful report that they have given us. First and foremost is that this budget have been amazed because have been touched. More so when the ECD teachers have been considered. And above all, Mr. Speaker, sir, is that as we have one of the members of this House, Honorable Bridget, representing the BWDs, when he was crossing the people of budget, she has been considered for 6 million for the people with disability, and that is a great echo to the PWDs people. Another thing, Mr. Speaker, sir, is that in this budget, we've seen it has been highlighted clearly that our children who are ECD children will receive milk, and this one also will boost their learning in the schools. Finally, also, Mr. Speaker, is that in this budget, the Department of Education also has considered, when you tie the milk program in the ECD, I think, Mr. Speaker, this one highly attracts the number of children who are coming to learn, and at the same time, it will boost their health. Mr. Speaker, sir, in this budget also, I would like also to touch on the ward-based program. When it's fully implemented, the ward-based program will also assist us There is only one thing that I would always want to request the department of the implementation part of it, whereby when the ward fund and the other I would like to urge the executive over the budget that when they will be implementing this budget, let them implement within the first quarter. Currently also, we request that since the last time we had an issue in the absorption rate, though they improved in comparison within 2021, 2025, and 2025, 2026, we've seen so many projects done within the ward level. I will encourage them that since we have transitioned fully to EGB procurement process, there is no if miss again, there is no collision within the systems, there is no challenges that are going to come. Let them implement fully within the first quarter of this new financial year coming. And finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, since the way when we came to this floor of the House, we've seen our house that is to be contracted, that was ongoing. In the final part, we have seen 150 million for development within the assembly part. And I think we'll be happy as the members to move the new building within this coming financial year. Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand to support the report and echo the entire team for this budget come 2027-2026. Thank you.
Honorable Tarbey.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity that I may join my colleagues who have spoken before me in congratulating our EPO Chair and the MCA for Kapsimato and this team, Mr. Speaker, for having burned the midnight oil in reviewing the budget and coming up with this good report, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, as much as I congratulate the Chair, allow me to correct something, Mr. Speaker. I've been branded as the most critic over the executive. But Mr. Speaker, today I want to say, Mr. Speaker, that for once, I want to congratulate the governor and the executive, Mr. Speaker. I think it was last week, part one or last week, Mr. Speaker, when Nandi County was ranked the leading in all the 47 counties in terms of budget absorption, Mr. Speaker, and I believe the governor deserves a lot of congratulations, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you know, we have been seeing a lot of polls out there, Mr. Speaker, but some of the politicians, they bribe those pollsters. But for this one, Mr. Speaker, you know, being ranked by the controller of budget and a government institution that is mandated to oversight budget, but it ranked our county as the leading, Mr. Speaker, I believe we deserve, we give credit to it where it's due, Mr. Speaker. I know some of us had been branded that we are negative, Mr. Speaker, but sometimes we give credit to where it's due. So I want to commend the governor for that, and I believe that has been possible because of the ward-based programming, Mr. Speaker. And it is a true testament. When you go to our various wards, Mr. Speaker, you can see a number of ECDs have improved. Even the wards where I come, Mr. Speaker, that's Kaptumo Kaboi, you have seen aggregation stores, a lot of water projects, a number of ECDs, meaning, Mr. Speaker. But, Mr. Speaker, I am always wondering why when good things are coming or being mentioned, you don't hear being the same reaction, getting the same reaction as the negative. Assuming something negative had happened, Mr. Speaker, it would be news for several months. But even that recognition of our county topping in terms of absorption development, Mr. Speaker, people have not reacted the way they should have reacted if it was a negative opinion, Mr. Speaker. So I want to commend. And Mr. Speaker, you know why I was branded, Mr. Speaker, is because there were a number of issues which we had pointed. Remember that the ad hoc report, Mr. Speaker, came because of a bill of motion of our county importance. But Mr. Speaker, allow me to give a report to this House. That, Mr. Speaker, for once, the project that we had been criticizing, that is Kabiyet factory, Mr. Speaker, for once it will be producing milk for the entire ECD schools in our county, Mr. Speaker. So we need to congratulate, Mr. Speaker, because initially we were criticizing the same, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've also been crossing, because I go to Kaptumo, Unlike people like Girongo and Gavolo Uko, this other side, Mr. Speaker, we have seen a beautiful structure in terms of governance office, Mr. Speaker, being, I think it is now 99.9 complete, Mr. Speaker, and very soon we'll be opening the same, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I'm a bit happy. You know, our old man says when you point someone with one finger, the remaining 4 fingers will be pointing back to you, Mr. Speaker. But I am happy today, Mr. Speaker, because you have allocated even the county assembly. I know we have had issues to do with the contractor, and I want to request my learned friend, or my good friend, not learned, Honorable Isaiah, that he will make me a friend of the implementation committee. So that, Mr. Speaker, we will be on the neck of 2 commissioners in this Honorable House, that is Honorable Keter and Honorable Girongo, Mr. Speaker. They don't have any other excuse, Mr. Speaker, because the contractor now, the issues we had with the contractor are sorted out, Mr. Speaker. And I believe now we are giving them ultimatum of 3 months, Mr. Speaker. If the assembly is not complete, Mr. Speaker, we will reconstitute the service board, Mr. Speaker, and remove the 2 commissioners, Mr. Speaker, because they don't have any other excuse, Mr. Speaker. Let them consume this money, Mr. Speaker, because, Mr. Speaker, some of us, we were there in the first assembly. And even if we will just enter this office once, even if we will enter it in August, Mr. Speaker, we want it complete, Mr. Speaker, because if the governor's office is being completed, Mr. Speaker, we have seen projects like the market, which was started recently, Mr. Speaker. It's almost, I think the market is almost 30% now. Even the stadium, Mr. Speaker. So the commissioners here, Mr. Speaker, present, both internal and external commissioners must spend the midnight oil. I know there are violent issues, out issues that which we had with the contractor, all those legal issues which had delayed us for a while. But now that they have resources, Mr. Speaker, they should embark seriously. That's why I'm blowing my good friend. Being the chairman of delegated legislation, I want to be a friend of the Committee of Implementation, Mr. Speaker, so that we can speed this process. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, I want to commend this budget. I know going forward, we'll see good things coming to our county. I am a member of a trades committee with my good chairperson, Honorable Kemboy. For once, Mr. Speaker, the factory in Mosoriot, that is Lelmokwangejek ward, will be producing uniforms for our ECD pupils, Mr. Speaker, across the county, Mr. Speaker. So these are good things, Mr. Speaker, which we must appreciate, Mr. Speaker. So I support the budget and this adoption of this report, and I urge that we have done our good role as the oversight, and even as the governor exceeds, Mr. Speaker. I have a strong belief that he'll be leaving a good legacy. Not before, Mr. Speaker, they say it's better the end of things than its beginning. We may have started on a wrong footing, Mr. Speaker, but to me, I believe we are ending it well, Mr. Speaker. This being our last financial implementable budget, as said by the chair, to me, I believe Nandi has made progress. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support. Thank you.
Honorable Songok, thereafter Honorable Keter, and lastly Honorable Kirongo. Then we can have the right of reply from the chair. We have seen the mic of Honorable Sarah in that order.
We want to talk. We want to contribute. You cannot detect us.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I want to echo or applaud the Committee of Budget, especially the chair. Today, I'm standing here as a happy girl, happy lady, a happy nominated MCA representing people with disability. For the first time, we people with disability, we have around 10 million in Department of Social Welfare. I just want to say thank you for the addition of 6 million for empowering people with disability in 30 wards that they should stay or live in a dignity life. When I came here, 2022, people with disability had only 2 million for the assistive device, but now we have 2.7 for assistive device. You also that the Department of the Budget has added for us 1.5 million for data, that we make sure that we have a data for people with disability in the entire Nandi County. Thank you so much, Department of Budget. We also, there is addition of 1.5 million for trade, tools of trade, that people with disability, during the empowerment, we are able to buy for them the tools of trade so that they will be entrepreneurs. And lastly, I want to say thank you so much for the additional, for remembering teachers of ECD. I appreciate. Thank you so much.
Honorable
I support.
Honorable Mutual, before Honorable, I saw your mic was on.
Yeah, my mic was on. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also have some, I've also raised to make some contribution, though Honorable Josephat, who is my neighbor, wants to go home, but
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
What is your point of order, Honorable Bet? Honorable Sarah, you can freeze.
And clarity of facts. Point of order number 90. Is it in order for my counterpart MCA to impute ill motive or lies that I want to go home, and yet I'm seated here, Honorable Speaker? Let her clarify.
Honorable Sarah.
Substantiate.
Honorable Sarah, you've been put to task.
Okay, I will clarify, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Are you able to substantiate? If you are not able to substantiate, now that the member is seated here, you can just withdraw and make your contributions.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I withdraw.
Proceed then.
So, okay, thank you. I'm here. I've also raised to contribute to this budget by saying that as we move on, always the budget is going up. My worry here is on own source revenue. Okay, the estimates for their own source revenue needs a lot of work to be done. Own source revenue is where we have a lot of questions from the electorates. So for our own source revenue needs a lot of transparency and accountability so that the resident will be happy when they are giving out their revenue. So, and another area I'm applauding also is the sector of education, where the ECD teachers have been remembered. All their issues now will be solved. So for the milk, it is okay. We need nutrition for our children so that their brains can develop better. There is this question of uniform too. I'm not saying no, we don't need uniform. Uniform has to be there. But let me make the recommendation, Mr. Speaker, at least something, input for the Department of Education, that is. Yeah, the other time the governor was saying that they will have one color, the same uniform cutting across the county. So uniform is for identification, uniformity and identification. So if all the schools will have the same color of uniform, when the children mingle for social activities, surely some of them will get lost because those young children will only follow the color of their school uniform. So even if it means giving the uniform, it should take the uniform of the entire school because in 2 years they get promoted to grade 1 and some children who are small bodies will have to move with the same uniform. So it is fair and it is good when they have the same uniform for that particular school. In the side of learning and teaching materials, I've seen the allocation is too small. Yeah, because in the learning, our learning institution, especially the ECD, they don't have playgrounds. At the same time, there are no playing materials. And that is why you see that there's a lot of exodus, Mr. Speaker, movement from our public school to the private school. So actually, we need a lot of learning and teaching materials. Now that the teachers will not be demoralized anymore, but if they don't have enough learning and teaching material, we still have challenges too. We shall still see that the children are moving from school A to school B. So in the side of equality now, we have private schools and we have county schools for our young children. So the children are not private. So, in my view, all the children, either in the private or in county school, to be given milk and also the uniform, because they are not private. It is only the school which is private. And the milk goes to the child, it does not go to the school. And the uniform also goes to that child of Nandi County. It is not the school which is putting on uniform, it is the child. So it is good if all the private school will be considered also, because all these learners belong to this county. So otherwise, that was my input on the sector of education. Being a teacher, I don't want to be left behind. I just feel like applauding and saying thanks to the department for considering the ECD teacher. They should be paid more even than those who are lecturing in university. So I support. Thank you.
Honorable Kirongo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I just want to appreciate the work done by the team for budget. Mr. Speaker, I really appreciate when I see this budget, how I wish that by the month of August, we sit down, Mr. Speaker, so that at least we see to it that all these projects are being implemented. The budget is fairly good, Mr. Speaker. As compared to other budgets, Mr. Speaker, I think if it is implemented fully, Mr. Speaker, I can see, even myself, Mr. Speaker, it will be almost 80% chances of coming back, Mr. Speaker. So let us support. And on the issue of county assembly, I want to give an undertaking, Mr. Speaker, that given the monies that are here, and thanks to the committee, and I want to give an assurity that now that the contractor is ready, as from tomorrow, Mr. Speaker, I give an undertaking that the next 3 months, 4 months, this building will be complete, Mr. Speaker, and that one, I'm saying it with confidence because I know with the meetings that we've done since then, Mr. Speaker, I can say we'll have something good to say. Thank you, I support it.
Honorable Tildai, and then Honorable Milka, and lastly, the Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to say in a few minutes, Mr. Speaker, because of the interest of time. First, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank my ever chair. Being the vice chair to Honorable Korir, Mr. Speaker, is the task is very easy because he works tirelessly, Mr. Speaker, on this issue of budget. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that I'm very happy. The honorable members are happy on what we've done as a committee. But, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank His Excellency the Governor. Mr. Speaker, we are at home stretch. This is our last financial year to be implemented. Mr. Speaker, as we go towards the end of the term of Governor, Mr. Speaker, today we'll be having our children, ECD teacher, children, getting milk. And Mr. Speaker, those milk come from the factory which was built by the county government of Nandi. Which is an achievement, Mr. Speaker. We are trying to promote our farmers, Mr. Speaker. That is the applause, Mr. Speaker. Again, Mr. Speaker, our children are getting these uniforms, as the honorable members have said. But again, we are getting it from the factory, which was built, Mr. Speaker, by this county government of Nandi. Meaning, Mr. Speaker, we are leaving a legacy. Mr. Speaker, we have Chevrolet, Mr. Speaker, producing now, processing coffee. Mr. Speaker, it is the same administration. It is an achievement, Mr. Speaker, to our farmers. So, Mr. Speaker, we have our hospital, the new one, Mr. Speaker, which is about to be equipped. Mother and baby, Mr. Speaker, this is an achievement for this government. So, Mr. Speaker, as we implement this year's budget, let me remind members of the public, Mr. Speaker, and the members of the state, Mr. Speaker, that we have projects which have not been done as of today. But that does not mean, Mr. Speaker, it has lapsed. It has gone as work in progress, so that every ward should be aware, Mr. Speaker, and they should not take MCS into task, Mr. Speaker, saying that the budget has been done, the project has not been done. We had issues with the HGV, which has affected our ECD, it has affected lands, health, Mr. Speaker, and this education, Mr. Speaker, largely. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the honorable members who have contributed and alluded that, Mr. Speaker, now that they have budgeted 150 million for this county assembly. Mr. Speaker, I've been seeing on social media, you being mentioned, Mr. Speaker, that you've not done anything in this building. But members of the public, Mr. Speaker, have not been aware on the challenges we had, because we had issues with the contractor on these claims, Mr. Speaker, which if we could have given in, Mr. Speaker, we could have lost over 100 million as a county. But we've negotiated, we've done a lot, Mr. Speaker, and I'm happy today, Mr. Speaker, tomorrow we'll be sending return to work formula, so that by next week, the contractor will be here to finish our building, the county assembly building, which we are very happy, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to assure honorable members that I and Kirongo, you being our chair, Mr. Speaker, we will ensure that that project is delivered, so that honorable members like Honorable Tarbay, who was in the first assembly, Mr. Speaker, we started with Honorable Tarbay, Mr. Speaker. That is why he's complaining that we are late in finishing this very important complex, Mr. Speaker, for this county assembly. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank all honorable members that we start. And for the finance department, Mr. Speaker, they should implement this budget immediately. Why should we wait for October? We should start procurement plans, annual development plans now, so that these projects should be run, Mr. Speaker, because we don't have time. Campaigns, Mr. Speaker, by January, we'll be having campaigns. We might not be here to implement these projects, Mr. Speaker. We should, I can see, Mr. Speaker, honorable members are perturbed, Mr. Speaker, when I say campaigns will have started. We are almost home. So let us do it. This is our last stretch. As I conclude, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the governor on the implementation of projects, ward-based projects, for this financial year, which is ending today, Mr. Speaker. In Jepkunyuk, Mr. Speaker, for example, I have good road network at the moment, which was not there. Because of this ward development fund, Mr. Speaker, which has assisted every ward, Mr. Speaker, to get this money. And today, every ward is getting almost over 40 million. If we implement the 40 million, I think will make a difference in our county. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand to support.
Honorable Milka, in less than 2 minutes, and then the Deputy Speaker, and then we can have the right of reply from the mover of the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to support this motion. I think I thank the chair and the team for what you have done. And it could be it will not be fair if I sit without saying anything about ECD teachers. I think all of you see me viral in the Facebook the day ECD teachers was here. And today, I am now happy that everything is going on smoothly the way we promised them. Secondly, I would like to say that this budget is really good because everything which was mentioned by members is now going to be implemented. especially our complex here. I was among the first assembly, in the first assembly. And I don't know why. I will not go out before I sit down in that complex. So you members, we are now at the 11th hour. So every one of you do something so that we can get into that assembly. I know everybody now have started the campaigns. And this is our last budget. Let us implement it. We urge the executive to do it as early as tomorrow, because we have nothing to do. Everybody here is going for campaign, but our executives to start immediately. I thank everyone here, and I must say that thank you, and let's support this budget fully. Thank you very much.
Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Maybe let me take this opportunity to thank the members of the Budget Committee, led by our EPO Chair, Honorable Korir. Honorable Korir, you've tried a lot, and I must say that you are EPO in that department. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, I also need a right to support this motion in two factors. One is the issue of the educational sector. We have seen we have the money for the ECD. The members, the teachers for ECD department now will be given promotion. The money has been budgeted. They'll also we have also some scholarship. They'll be very happy. I've been told that the ECD teacher now will be earning 55 teacher the degree one. Knowing that as an MCS in this term, we have done a lot to ensure that the members of our teachers from our ECD get what is supposed to be receiving. Secondly, I was the member of this, I was the MC. That is on way back 2013, when this building was commissioned. It is long overdue, Honorable Speaker, that the allocation of 150 million will make sure that this building will come to a completion. So we only need the members of the board, led by the chair, to ensure that come next week or the next month, the works in this building must have started. So I want to request the Honorable Chair, Keter, now that you are there during the beginning of this building, I want to make sure that these members to enter into that building before the end of our term. I think that's our prayer, so that the notion by the speaker that you are not doing what is required, it is very wrong. That if the money now has been allocated, I think the works will have started from tomorrow and everything will work. Otherwise, for the agriculture, I've seen the agriculture, the money has been allocated also. I've seen the Department of Roads. There's also money that has been allocated there. The only challenge, Honorable Speaker, is the on-source revenue. And I want to urge the chairman that today in the morning we passed the vote of finance bill. I want you to sit with the team from the executive and ensure that there will be no other linkages in the Department of the Finance to ensure that we collect enough for us to fund this budget come 2027, 2027, 2026, 2027. Honorable Speaker, by the end of the term or by the end of the month, like for example the financial year, other projects, many projects might have not been funded because of lack of finance, because of this on-source revenue. So I want to ask Honorable Birej, you are talking to Dutmo in the morning about the land rates, that this budget should be budgeted. I want to ask you humbly, make sure that the collection is 100%, so that we fund this budget and ensure that even if we pass this budget and we don't collect the on-source revenue, it is like we are not doing anything. Honorable members, I don't know whether, Honorable, you protect me, Honorable Speaker.
protected Honorable Sang.
Our
What
part member shouting, and it is unparliamentary, Honorable Speaker, that who is correct. It is the Department of the Finance. And the Finance Department from this assembly will have a sit with them to ensure that how are they supposed to do in order to collect the maximum revenue collection. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I must thank the committee, thank the honorable members for supporting this. The only thing I also disagree, Honorable Speaker, is the comment made by Honorable Sarah Mutual on the issue of the uniforms to the private schools and millet. I think we will not go beyond that. I only agree with the uniform to be given a different uniform from different schools. But the issue of giving private school millet and giving the uniform, and we don't have any partnership with them.
Honorable Sang, her argument was that these children belong to Nandi, and they do not belong to those private institutions. That was her argument.
Honorable Speaker, even if they belong to Nandi, if they are supposed to come to this public school, if they belong to Nandi, so that we fund to them. So we are under, in fact, we are not, by the end of the day, we would also challenge that let us also employ teachers to public schools, to the private schools, which is not our mandate. Our mandate is only to deal with this public school, but we are not refusing. So otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I must commend and also thank honorable members. Today you've sat from morning up to this time, and I've seen you are still concentrated. Otherwise, thank you, and I support in totality.
What is your point of order just before the honorable member is
Yes, because if I've...
Yes, Deputy Speaker, you can freeze so that... what is your point of order, Honorable Mutual?
Yes, my point of order is on the facts, clarification of facts. So, my point was that we don't have private children in Nandi County. What we have is the children, Kenyan citizens. Whatever they are Kenyan citizens, and they are the children of Nandi County. Even if they are in private school or in public school. And I also said that when we give milk to a child in a private school, it is not the school which is drinking the milk. It is the child. Likewise, the uniform. The school and the school management are not putting on that uniform. It is the child. And the child comes from a home in that village of Gimniasis, whose parent is a voter in Chepkumia. And they vote for the leaders of Nandi County. They should not be denied their right. So I just want to clarify. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, so Honorable Deputy Speaker,
Honorable Speaker, allow me a point of inquiry so that the Honorable Deputy Speaker will answer both.
Honorable Speaker, it is common knowledge. Honorable Speaker, let him, I've seen him. I don't know.
No, it is me to give him an opportunity, and I've not given him an opportunity, so you better respond to the issues raised by the honorable member from Kosirai. I thought that was information. I don't know whether you...
I think it was information. It is true that the teachers, the people from private schools come from Nandi. But it is not our mandate, because it means come next time, we will say also employ teachers to those private schools. And if somebody wants, or a parent takes our child to a private school, it means that he or she is able to educate. So we are talking about this one, that we are under our mandate, that they have money. If you are even we have a private school, but I will not allow the children to be given milk there, and we have children that are suffering. If at all they need that, if they know that they want to take their children to, let them come to the public school, and then they will be given milk, and they will be given everything. Remember. So, Honorable Speaker, I think it is...
well, Honorable Sang, you've made your point.
I think Honorable it is political and should not be allowed in this house, such kind of things.
No, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, you've made your point. The Honorable Member. Whom do you want to inform, Honorable?
The House. Yes. Mr. Speaker, all private school and private sectors are all Kenyans, and they are taxed. Mr. Speaker, I support the children belong to Kenya, and they belong to Nandi. So all the private schools, if possible, if they are given milk, we build their health and we build their knowledge. So, Mr. Speaker, anybody, not confusion. Anybody undermining.
Honorable members, you should, you know, the honorable
Probably,
member
Mr.
should be
Speaker.
heard in silence because he's
Yes.
informing the House.
The
It is up
private
to you
schools
whether
are
you've been informed.
developers. Even the Kenya Kwanza government, we are working with the private sectors to get tax, to support and build our country. So we should not omit them. We should support in order for us to get the votes. Anybody looking for a vote should support private school and private sectors. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, I
of
think the
information.
House, you now well informed. Honorable Korir.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I only just have a few comments in just giving conclusion, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish to thank each and every member who has contributed to this very important motion, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I need your protection. Mr. Speaker, protection, there is some bit of noise.
Let's give Honorable Korir humble time.
Thank you.
As he makes his right of reply.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I was saying that I wish to thank each and every member for the very fruitful contribution. This was a very important motion, Mr. Speaker, and I want to urge the members, as we now get to take the vote, Mr. Speaker, I wish to urge members that we finally approve and get to the next stage, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I also want to give a comment in terms of the projects that we have. I know this budget largely gives life to our flagship projects or our key projects, Mr. Speaker, sir. I also want, in the same count, to thank our governor, Mr. Speaker, because he actually foresaw. Because having these flagship projects, you will realize that we are now consuming the final product. Like, for example, the milk process, the feeding program, Mr. Speaker. We are consuming the final products of that comes out of our industry, Mr. Speaker. We also have, like, the uniforms. At the end of the day, we'll have the uniforms. That is actually emanating from our NATEX. That is very good, and we want to say that we thank you. Mr. Speaker, we'll give life, having passed this budget, we'll give life to our existing projects. Mr. Speaker, on budget absorption, finally, Mr. Speaker, I want to request my team, Mr. Speaker, as I thank them for the good work that we are doing as a committee. I also want to request them that we work together jointly and the House to ensure that we continue fight for implementation of this budget. Because once this is actually implemented, we'll see our absorption rate going up. And I want to thank His Excellency. I know our governor is now an expert in budget absorption. We want to only give him some more rating so that he can be able to move upwards from 55% that we are now currently as a county. And we'll be able, once we have this implemented, I'm very sure that we are going to have a very good rating in this financial year. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I also wish to thank you, Honorable Speaker. Under your chairmanship, I know we have had challenges to do with construction of our assembly, our new assembly, Mr. Speaker. But I want to thank you because you've ensured that that stalemate has been resolved. And I know the 150 million that we have appropriated, Mr. Speaker, sir, might not be enough, and I want to inform this House. I want to say that come supplementary one, we should be able to ensure that we also support so that you can get enough funding, because we want to ensure that that house is complete. So we want to only ask you, and I'm happy my vice chair is a member of board. I want to ask you honorably that let's continue supporting so that we can ensure that that building is procured and proceeded. Otherwise, I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone as we proceed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, honorable members. I now put the question that this House adopts the Select Committee on Budget and Appropriation report on the consideration of the Nandi County program-based budget estimates for the financial year 2026-2027, laid on the table of the House on 30th June 2026. Will, as many of similar opinions say ayes?
Aye.
And will, as many as have contrary opinion, say nay? The ayes have it. Yes, Honorable Rotich.
Honorable Speaker, I stand pursuant to Standing Order number 31 which is hours of meeting. Honorable Speaker, based on the order of business that is with me here, it's evident enough that we cannot manage to dispense with all the business that is related here. I therefore propose that this House, pursuant to this standing order number 31(3), which reads, notwithstanding paragraph 1 and 2, the County Assembly may resolve to extend its sitting time to the point whereby we are done with this order of business as stated below. I beg to move, and I request Honorable Paul Pirech to second.
Honorable members, I now propose that the hours of meeting be extended until such a time when the prayers on the order of business today shall be done. I will proceed to put the question that the hours of meeting be extended to such a time when the prayers on the order of business today are done. Will many eyes of similar opinion say ayes?
Aye.
And will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, the Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 1 of 2026, first reading.
Honorable Korir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish to indicate that Nandi County Appropriation Bill be read the first time, Mr. Speaker, that will end up appropriating funds that will allow the county government to do the same in the exchequer, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Will you please read the Nandi County Appropriation Bill?
A bill for an act of County Assembly to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of County Revenue Fund and its application towards the service of the year ending on 30th June 2027, and to appropriate that sum and a sum voted on account by County Assembly for certain public services and purposes.
Honorable members, sorry to take you aback. I think it is the Nandi. You can reread that particular prayer.
Order number 9, Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026, first reading. A bill for an act of the County Assembly to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the service of the year ending on the 30th June 2027, and to appropriate that sum and a sum voted on account by the County Assembly for certain public services and purposes.
Next order.
Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026, second reading.
Honorable Korir.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to propose that the Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026 be read at this time. Mr. Speaker, the said amount will allow spending having passed the budget estimate, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I wish to move that we proceed to the I therefore wish to request Honorable Wilson Sang to second. Thank you.
Honorable members, I'll proceed to propose that the Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026 be read the second time. Honorable members, I now put the question that the Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026 be read the second time. Will as many as of similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
And will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 11, Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026, Committee of the Whole House.
Boss, order members, let me take this opportunity to welcome you to the Committee of the Whole House and require that the members let us also console in their tone so that we save time. Okay, clerk. I call upon the clerk to read the recurrent expenditure. Clerk.
Consideration of schedule on recurrent expenditure of R4411, R4426, R4427, R4414, R4428, R4429, R4430, R4431, R4432, R4433, R4422, R4423, R4424, R4425, R4434, R4435.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the schedule on the recurrent expenditure as read by the clerk be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that the schedule on the recurrent expenditure as read by the clerk be part of the bill? Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Subtotal on recurrent expenditure of Kenyan shillings 7,855,228,492.
Honorable members, I now propose that the subtotal on the recurrent expenditure of 7,855,228,492 be part of the bill. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, consideration on schedule on the development expenditure.
Of D4411, D4426, D4427, D4414, D4428, D4429, D4430, D4431, D4432, D4433, D4423, D4424, D4434, and D4435.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the schedule on development expenditure as read by the clerk be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that the schedule on the development expenditure as read by the clerk be part of the bill. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, subtotal.
Subtotal of development expenditure of 4,743,846,569.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that the subtotal on development expenditure as read by the clerk 4,743,846,569 be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that the subtotal on development expenditure as read by the clerk 4,743,846,569 be part of the bill. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Grand total of Kenyan shillings 12,599,075,061.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that the grand total as read by the clerk 12,599,075,061 shilling be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that the grand total as read by the clerk 12,599,075 shilling and 61 shillings be part of the bill. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 2.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that the clause 2 as read by the clerk be part of the bill. I now put the question that the clause 2 as read by the clerk be part of the bill. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 3.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the clause 3 as read by the clerk be part of the bill. I now put the question that the clause 3 as read by the clerk be part of the bill. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, you are not shouting to the mic because we want to have, this is a very important exercise. And this, the committee of the House is very powerful committee. So you need also members to shout so that the members of the public and also, these are very important, even up to Nairobi level. So we need to. Clerk.
Clause 4.
Honorable members, I now propose that the clause 4 as read by the clerk be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that the clause 4 as read by the clerk be part of the bill. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause long title, which is appeal for an act of county assembly to authorize the issue of sum of money out of county revenue fund and its application towards the service of the year ending on 30th June 2027, and to appropriate a sum in a sum voted on account by County Assembly for certain public services and purposes.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the long title, as read by the clerk, be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that the long title, as read by the clerk, be part of the bill. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Short title.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that the short title, as read by the clerk, be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that the short title, as read by the clerk, be part of the bill. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, we have come to the closure of the committee of the whole house, and now call upon the chairperson to move the reporting.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026 and its approval thereof without amendments.
The seconder.
And I therefore request the Honorable Keter to second.
Thank you, Honorable Member, or Honorable Members. I will now put a question, which is that the committee to report to the House its consideration of Nandi County Appropriation Bill of number 2 of 2026 and its approval therefore without amendment. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of a opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Thank you. So, honorable members, we have come to the end of the committee of the whole house, and I take this opportunity to thank you, members, for your patience and for your contribution on the same. And I think now we'll have time so that we can report to the session, the speaker of the day. Thank you, honorable members.
Honorable Chairperson, the Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026 and approved the same without amendment.
The mover of the bill.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report, and I wish to request Honorable Trufosa Kuto to second.
Honorable members, I'll now propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Honorable members, I'll proceed to put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as of similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
And will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026, start reading.
The move of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Nandi Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026 now be read the third time, Mr. Speaker, and I wish to request the Honorable Wilson Sang to second.
Honorable members, I'll proceed to propose the question, which is that the Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026 be now read third time. No debate? Now that I am about to put the question, and we have to satisfy ourselves that we have the requisite quorum for the purposes of making a decision by this House. Honorable Clerk, kindly confirm that we have the quorum.
Honorable Speaker, quorum is sufficient.
Honorable members, having confirmed that we have the requisite quorum for the purposes of making a decision, I'll now proceed to put the question, which is that the Nandi County Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2026 be now read a third time. Will as many as of similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
And will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 13, adjournment.
Honorable members, there being no any other prayer on the order of business today, the House stands adjourned until tomorrow 10 a.m.